Sitters, what's good? This is Joey Edge along with Chris Martinez
What's happening?
and Trey Hosford.
Glad to be here.
And we are Front Porch Sitting. We do not have a camera on Trey because he's got a face for radio.
Wow. Welcome to the show, friend. Jesus.
I got a shirt for TV though.
You do have a shirt. We're gonna have to put that on the
We'll tweet that at Facebook.
airwaves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
soon.
people see that thing.
I need you to send me that picture. You got a picture of it, right?
I got a picture.
Yeah, I need you to send me that. Jamie mentioned Go Gators, Natty Champs.
Oh, we'll get to it.
Eh.
We had a little
Man.
bit of difficulty tonight, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
By a little, we mean a lot.
I'm about done with the difficulties. Got to be honest.
I'm tired of it, Tyler. I don't know what you got us with these chords, man, but man, wow.
I need Tyler to come back. I'm going to be honest.
He needs to get it like corrected for. We need a tune-up. He's not coming back.
Nope.
Come on.
I don't
be
care. I
realistic.
need him to be
Ah,
back.
Be realistic.
I miss
That's
Tyler.
That's not happening.
I miss Tyler.
It's okay.
I'm not good at this tech guy game.
You are good until it goes bad.
Well, yeah, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I mean,
Makes it a slight problem.
it's okay, man. We're doing great. We're here.
We're here.
Happy to be here. It's Masters Week.
Talk to me.
Got to be one of the best weeks in all of sports. Florida basketball are now national champions. There's some pretty cool stats. I'm sure you'll let us have it. I think you have a conversation with Mr. Hosford about your love for Condon and some other things. I think you guys have some things to discuss. I can't wait to be here for that. Sitters, you should stay for that. Actually, we're going to start there. And then some pretty cool little questions that we need to ask and hang out. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Before we do any of that, Chris,
yes.
we're going to talk about the premier gun store of the South.
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk about JW Weaponry. I'm going to let you do it, though.
Yeah, they're always loaded, man. Do an outstanding job there, serving the community and surrounding communities, for that matter. They do a really good job helping everyone out. Anyone that John can help, he'll help, whether it be a raffle or just having the best prices in the area. Him and Katie and their team there, they do a great job. Truly do mean that. I bought all of my firearms from them. I have friends that have bought them from them. They just do a really good job. They have the best, some of the best prices in the state of Florida, but definitely in our area. So if you would just go see them. If you can't see them and you have a question that you need to ask them about availability or getting something in, you can call them, Joey, at what number?
386-243-8587 is the number to JW Weaponry. 386-243-8587 is the number to my friends at JW Weaponry. Asked to speak to John directly. He loves it. So,
Yeah, you can't get him right now, but Katie is there working. John is actually in Lakeland with Columbia High School's weightlifting team.
Yeah.
Four guys. They all made weight, so that's a first hurdle. That was good. First time all year that everyone that went made weight the first try. So they're actually probably right now eating a really, really good steak. Coach Allen and John, they take them to like a 5-star steakhouse, let them experience what that's like. Maybe some of them have never been there, and this may be the only time they get to go to one. So really cool thing they do. But yeah, he's not at the office right now, but you will still be taken care of if you go up there.
Marty said he loves the new side-by-side for me and you.
Yeah, we made a little adjustment to the camera, and we're side by side, and hey, Joy did a good job with the split screen.
As always.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely me. I did a lot of good things here. And that's a good picture,
We're
Coach.
gonna have to figure out. We're gonna get it on the screen, right? You can do
Yeah,
that.
I can.
I know you can do that.
Come on, man.
And I also put another
on,
thing in
man.
the craft, or no, I texted to you, but
got
you
it.
didn't reply, so I didn't know if you saw it.
Yep, it's right.
Right there, I got
Right
it.
there,
I
yep.
saw it above it.
Yep. So I saw John and some of the boys working hard Saturday morning.
See?
There we go.
Yeah.
Right here. See, like this right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drag that right there, and it's not gonna work because it's just not how this works for me. But this one will go.
That one was about to do it.
I know this one will go though. Go away. Okay.
You know, usually I'm at home when you guys are trying to do that. I get so frustrated. So
Do
you
you?
might want to just move on.
Look at this though. Watch this one. Easy peasy, nothing.
Yeah, we'll move on. We'll talk a little Gator basketball here. We'll address that when we get to it, Joe. You got time to work that out. Gator basketball, Joey. What a ride for your Gators.
Yeah, man. I've had a lot of conversations about, like, is this the best Gator basketball team of all time? Can I tell you guys that by KenPom, they are the greatest Gator basketball team of all time? Better than 06 and 07 teams? Did y'all know that? Would y'all have thought that?
I would not have thought that.
I don't look at any of that. But,
Yeah.
But I would tell you with the eye test, I don't think I've said it out loud, but I've thought to myself, how would they compare to that team?
Yeah. What is your thoughts?
Yeah, what do you think? You're the basketball guru here.
Well, I'm not a guru by any stretch,
Yeah,
and
you're
I don't know what you guys are about to go into, but like what they accomplished this year and how they did it, and when the adversity they faced, they never folded. They never even looked like they were gonna fold. Even before the tournament, like early in the season when Golden was under the accusations, and then next thing you know, Torian Green's under the accusations. And, forget Torian Green as the assistant, but the head coach, it's pretty serious things they were facing. And it was almost like they had blinders on, like laser focus. We don't care what everybody else is saying. We have a job to do. Obviously, he was cleared from it all. But during that time, you never saw a different team. And, it's a long season. They had some losses here and there, but then – like in the tournament, there was never panic, and I was glad that when they were down, I was able to make some money off of them because I was one that, I don't know, this is an ESPN bet, and this isn't Joey and Chris, this is me talking, but I thought they were going to win each game when they were down. I didn't have a doubt in my mind just because of they're built different. They looked different than any other college team in the country. There was never panic. I never saw them at one point go like, wow, they look like they're just out of it.
I agree with this.
I think like the one word I would use to describe them was like complete. I just felt like they were a very complete team. They can play however you want to play. If you want to slow them down, they can play in set. If you want to run, they can run.
I think before they played Houston, I think there was an interview with Golden when he said that, and there was a game earlier in the year. I don't know if it was a Tennessee game when they won the game or lost the game, but it was. They could play either way. You're exactly right. If you want to, Golden did say it. Because he said we can drop what they call 100, like a dub or whatever they call it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we can score 100 or we can grind it out and beat you. So they were absolutely complete. They were deep. They were at every position. It's hard to compare. I enjoyed, and it may be in my age, when the 06 and 07 guys, especially, the first time they won it, it was almost, to a lot of people, a shocker because they wanted Billy Donovan fired within 12 months of winning that title. They wanted him gone, and then they go on the run and win it.
And then went back to back.
And then they went back to back, and there was so much excitement the second time and the pressure on them to win it. So it's hard to compare the two because totally opposites. But, they're all three of them, those three teams are if you line them up against all national champs, it would be hard for me to find a team in my lifetime. Like, all right, we're going to match up and look at numbers and see who would win this game. It would be hard to find somebody that you'd be like, I don't know if Florida could beat them because they were that good this year.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, you kind of alluded to it, and Chris kind of alluded to it, but the resiliency of this team, man, they didn't seem to be fazed by really anything at all. There was nothing that it was like, okay, they can't play this style. They can't go up and down with Auburn. They can't go up and down, or grind it out with Houston. Like, they really were able to do it. I think Todd Golden, and I said this whenever he got hired, that the University of Florida would never fire Todd Golden. He would leave on his own accord if he goes somewhere.
And if I'm a guess. Yeah. If he leaves now going forward, it'll be the NBA.
I think so.
Yeah, he's there unless he goes to the NBA because they're going to pay him.
Yeah,
and his next stop will be the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, man, I was we were fortunate enough. We have a good friend over here in Coach Martinez that would allow us to keep the tradition alive and go to his house because we went over there for.
Like 4, 5. Felt like 45.
I think it was 4 straight, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4 straight.
Wasn't it the 32-16 or 16, 8, and then 4 and 2 back-to-back weekends? I feel like it was.
It was. It definitely was.
Good friend. Good friend right there. We made Benton stay inside for the last half of the second half of the last half of the second half of the Houston game because he was in there for whatever. I don't even know why he was in there.
He was in there throwing darts.
Yeah, well, that's what he ended up doing. But regardless, he was a team player. It was a lot of good jobs all around by.
Yeah, I couldn't. There's no way after they had won like the 2 that I could say like, nah, guys, superstition. I just couldn't do it. I was like, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the conversation, hanging out. We had a good time.
Yeah,
we ate good.
Oh, yeah.
We
We did do that.
threw darts. That was fun. So
Always a good time.
had a lot
Yep.
of company. It was fun.
Mr. Hosford, you had some comments about Alex Condon, I believe. You called
I called.
right after the game
Yeah,
to let me know,
I did.
and not just me, but me know about how great Alex Condon was.
No, I didn't say he was great. I was on
said he was great.
speakerphone. I was told 12 hours prior, maybe 14 hours prior, how you didn't like the guy.
No, I don't have a problem with the guy. He's played soft lately, though.
I mean, he averaged.
You don't like him as a player.
I don't
Let's be honest.
like him as a player.
He's a
the way
sophomore,
he's
right?
Yeah.
He's a sophomore.
Let's put it out there.
He's
You
sophomore.
don't like him as a
he
player.
almost averaged a double-double this year. I think it was 10 and 5 and 7 and 5. I mean, pretty. I mean,
Pretty good, right?
After the first month and a half of the season, when we were playing, when the University of Florida was playing nobody schools,
right? What do you average?
a lot.
Good. A
lot.
lot's so good.
Yeah, it was. And then when it got to SEC competition, where guys are like, kind of a little bit physical,
Right.
He kind of didn't play as good because he's not quite physical enough for my life.
Going into the national championship game, I know one of the things they talked about was when he faced the lefty from Auburn, or going into the Final Four game. He was Broom, I think was his name.
Janai
He
Broom.
was 2 of 8. Broom was 2 of 8 facing when Condon was defending him. And Broom had a great first half, but I also think that he got enough hits and pressure. That's why in the second half Broom wasn't the guy he was. But in the national championship game, I think he finished 12 of 7. And the last loose ball, the thing that stood out to me is when he went straight to the floor, and then Golden actually called him. I forget the nickname, but it's something about being a dirty guy. The guy may not show up in the numbers. You want him on your team. You may not show up, but you want him playing, and he's going to be in the NBA too, and that's always good to have on your team.
You think he's going to go this year? Or you think he'll go one more at Florida?
I think he should come back,
I do too.
but I mean, I don't know how all that works. NIL money, he may
Yeah,
get.
I
I
don't
mean,
either.
Duke. I read something today. Duke paid $22 million, I think, for this roster this past year.
Oh my God.
They didn't win. So, I mean, I think it was $22 million. And I do want to – I don't know what you guys have planned for talking about Duke, but I do want to talk about the people that went off on Duke, how they lost to Houston and they collapsed. And I said this to someone. Cooper Flagg is supposed to be in high school right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Cooper Flagg's supposed to be in high school. I mean, he turned 18 in December. And I want to say they had a couple of other freshmen out on the floor. And it matters, man. When you get on that stage, okay, how good they are. And that was the thing that didn't concern me about Houston and Florida playing. Houston had several older guys. But Florida also had some guys that had been around. They had the transfer from FAU that played in the Final Four.
Right.
They had Walter Clayton, who had been around forever and was
Right.
told he was nobody. For my own, I played for
Yeah.
Bettino.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's been coached. And so that was the difference I thought in those two teams. That's why Duke, when I filled out my bracket, I had Duke in the championship against Florida, but I still thought Florida was the better team because they were deeper and then they had a little more experience.
Yeah, going back to Cooper Flagg, some of the plays that he made throughout the tournament were just they're different. Like you said, this is a guy that's supposed to be a high school senior right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I don't think that it had. I think that for Duke specifically, I think Houston was able to kind of get them out of their rhythm, and once they did that, it was kind of
They punked them.
they kind of.
Yeah, I mean they did. They were. I
mean,
mean,
Duke-
I don't know. Maybe somebody at home can chat this or whatever y'all call it to find their average age on the team. But
Yeah.
the Houston guys they had men. You had younger guys on Duke, and the physicality that they bring, the experience, and John Shire is going to be he's a great coach now.
He's going to be
But-
extremely
But you
good.
could see in that moment, I mean, I don't consider myself to be a great coach at all, but I'll tell you
do.
this, when late in that game, watching them, and Kurt's my witness, he's over on the couch rearranging the room, but he can tell you guys that when they were trying to inbound the ball, and Duke had everybody trying to get, I mean, it was just a cluster. I mean,
Yeah.
you could see the panic set in for him too, that they weren't ready for that moment. The coach and the players.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Totally agree,
And
too.
I think Kelvin Sampson did a really good job of making sure his guys they stayed locked in. And I think he's been a good coach for a long time. He's really good on the defensive end. His teams always seem to play good defense everywhere he's ever been. But
They showed some videos leading into the championship game because that talked about a lot how good they were defensively, but then what they did to Duke. Then they showed the videos from practices when they roll the ball out and guys are diving for it and it would shoot to the sideline. They would go get it and the managers are wiping up sweat from the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, they got after it and they showed it. And I mean, Kelvin Sampson, he's probably the guy that created the NIL years ago when it was illegal, and that's why he went to the Spurs, and now he's back in the college ranks.
I feel like they just overwhelmed Duke.
he was
Just
ahead of his
overwhelmed-
time.
Like it smothered them. Like they
Yes.
just overwhelmed them. Like it was just too much.
And the crazy thing
Florida
is
could handle it better.
all of this, and Duke still had the lead.
Yeah.
Late
Oh, yeah.
late in the game.
Well, and you think about, I mean, we've all played and coached. Florida, what they faced in the SEC conference, whether you're an SEC guy, fan, whatever, they played the best teams all year long.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're talking about what Vandy's good.
Right.
I mean, you don't want to play
Yeah.
Vandy. I mean,
Yeah.
so they were battle tested. I was on the way down to the women's Final Four. I was listening to ESPN radio, and some caller called in, and they talked about what Houston did to Duke. And they said, if you go back and look at Duke's losses, Clemson, I forget another one, but they were teams that really got after them. They really got after them,
Yeah.
and it caused problems. So the guy was like, I wasn't surprised with what Houston did because they have not had to face I don't know if Steve Faulkner's a listener, but North Carolina wasn't good this year. I mean, who was good in the ACC that they faced to get to that point?
Yeah.
Where Florida was, I mean, they were tested week in and week out.
Yep.
They stayed healthy. I mean, that matters too.
That is very- that's
they
a
had
good
they
point.
had somebody that, who was it got hurt late in the year, but everybody was worried. But then he was
Condon.
right back in like a week.
It was Condon.
Oh, Condon.
Yeah.
He was back for the national championship 12-7. So they had. I mean, they
turnovers.
never had that key injury, and they were battle tested all year, man. They
Yeah.
and I mean, you got a Lake City guy, Jordan Talley, on the bench. So
What do you expect?
yeah.
So-
Yeah, what do you expect? They're gonna be
I was
good.
I was so happy for him. I've known Jordan, his family. I think it was his sister that actually went to my mother's daycare years ago. I mean, it's an amazing family. He's an amazing guy. He was an assistant coach at Columbia for with Faulkner for a year, and just I'm not shocked to see him being successful because of the type of person he is.
Yeah, I agree with that. He posted a picture today.
Oh my God.
on
That was-
Facebook.
Yeah,
Oh
wouldn't that be
my
great to be him right now?
How
We've
tough.
all
my-
coached, and you're like, that's my guy.
Yeah,
That is so tough.
that picture was
That pic-
so good.
So for those of you who haven't seen it, is him holding the national championship, cigar in his mouth. It's so fire.
I mean, I know
It's so
college
good.
basketball's ending, but what do we got to do to get him on the front porch?
We're working on that.
I think he would do it. Knowing Jordan, I think he would do it.
I think he would too. I told Chris I was going to reach out give him about 4 or 5 days after everything's kind of settled down, and then we'll reach out. And
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's some comments in there.
Hey, so I don't know how they do the comments. I'm asking questions, man. I'm seeing Mr. Martinez like he thinks that Cooper Flag should have stayed in high school.
Not me.
No chance, Mr. Martinez.
You
With
see
all
some
due respect, sir, I don't know what they paid him, but I read something today that was $22 million for that roster, and I'm guessing
he's probably 10.
a third to half of it was to Cooper Flag and his family. So, forego your senior year of high school, sir, and go to college. And if
then-
I'm you, do it again next year and get the same money.
You would come back.
With what they're paying, I don't know how the NBA what he could sign for in the NBA.
I
but
don't
what
either,
they're
but-
paying now for NIL, I mean NFL's totally different.
Right.
But I mean, if it's my son, I want him to get paid. But I worry more with him being in the NBA making the money than if he's at
College.
Duke, because there's still those guys are still under a coach and they're thinking as a parent. That's why Billy Donovan
That's a good point.
eventually left because he was tired of being that role. But if he goes to the NBA and he gets drafted by Kurt, who's the worst team in the NBA?
Probably Utah.
All right, he goes to Utah and he's traveling to New York. I mean, nobody's watching him like that. I mean,
yeah.
it's totally different.
what Jared said right there, get through the rookie contract ASAP and get the max deal. That's why, like, the faster you get to the NBA, the faster you get to that max deal.
Race to the second contract.
Yeah, it's the race to the second contract. And if he gets to that at 22, 23
And
years
I
old.
would
like,
agree with that
ooh.
3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But now, with what they're paying them to play in college,
His max contract will be
I mean,
50 a year, though.
his NIL's going to be pretty good. I mean, you're talking, and I mean, he's 18. Your son, how old's Benton?
He's 18.
All right, they're the same age.
They are.
And Cooper, I mean, can you imagine? Like,
No.
You wouldn't
no,
want Benton
I
going-
peeked through the window earlier.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, I peeked through the window earlier, and Benton's eating some Moe's chips and stuff. I mean, Cooper's. He's downtown right now doing who knows what. You know, I just as a parent, I would like, hey, I mean, $4 million is pretty good, son.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Let's get it again.
Yeah.
Let's ask for 7 maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
They'll get it.
whatever he asked for, he's getting it.
He's getting it.
He's getting it.
If Duke don't want to pay it, someone else will.
Well, I wouldn't have stayed in high school either, but I would leave college very early, and I'm going to get my NBA money. I'm going to play with the best in the world. I'm going to get my max contract, and then 3 years later, I'm going to get my supermax contract. And next thing you know, I'll be at about $773 million for my career.
Hey, my dad said, "Okay, you're right. He got over 4 million." And then he goes, "I guess I was smoking something."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would be too at $4 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real quick, I know you love officials, all of them. You were a very good official, actually, in baseball. I wish you would come back, but that's neither here nor there.
I heard they're getting 120 a game.
They do.
Yeah,
Do they really?
Yeah.
So why haven't you come back to this yet?
I need somebody to get me some. If somebody would like give me an NIL to get the equipment.
Half support.
I'm sure we can figure
No,
that out. I'm sure we can
I
figure
thought
that out.
about it, but man, I don't know, man. It ain't happening.
That was a lot of jargon for
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So in the first half, there were 4 fouls called
Yeah.
in the Houston-Florida championship
Totally
game,
different
right?
game.
So what happens at halftime to make them call 27 fouls in the second half?
I don't know. Obviously,
27?
Yes.
yeah, I think so. I kept hearing 23, so I'm guessing the 4 plus 23 is
Maybe-
27 total.
okay, maybe it was,
I heard
yeah.
23 fouls.
Maybe
in
it
the
was
second half,
27
so
total,
I don't
yeah.
know. But I have a couple thoughts. I know when I was coaching and officiating, I monitored the scoreboard. I mean, you're not supposed to as an official, I guess, but you're seeing that I got 5 team fouls to 1. Hey, I got to even this up.
Yeah.
It was 3-1 in the first half, so it was pretty close.
Right. Well, there wasn't any
and-
calls, and it was great. It was back and forth basketball.
They
It
let
was-
them play.
They let them play.
They were, but I'm watching the game thinking that's a foul. I mean, that's a foul. And so
I'm not going to disagree with that. I agree.
I don't think the officials were like one-sided by any stretch,
either.
but I thought that they let it get out of hand in the first half, and I thought they called it a little tighter in the second half, which helped Florida because
I agree.
There's no doubt if the lights turned off and then we're going to have a street fight on the floor, Houston wins that game.
Probably.
And you know, I think back to when I was coaching. We used to play East Side, and East Side was so aggressive and so physical. Every time you played them, the officials they couldn't call every foul.
Right.
And I think that's what Pop used to tell them, man, keep fouling. They're not going to call every one.
Right.
And that's what happened in the first half. I mean, and that game was actually, I think, a better officiated game than the ones I saw previously. Florida's game in the semifinals was, I thought it was atrocious.
It was horrid.
And
It was bad.
I hate to talk about officiating because
It's hard.
Yeah,
It's
you
a hard
shouldn't do
job.
it. It's not. And anybody that questions an official, I was talking to my wife today. Something got said about officiating and umpiring and softball. I said, well, I wish that mother would. I wish she had the next plate because I would love to watch her call balls and strikes.
Right. Yep.
But I thought that game was. I think it was a totally different first and second half, but I thought it was fair. I thought it was fair, and I
agree
don't know
with
if somebody calls him at halftime and says, "Hey, man, y'all got to call more fouls."
Right.
But that's what it appeared. To
It
to
did
look
appear
like.
that way.
Somebody got in their ear and said, "Hey," and I thought they did a good job in the second half. I thought the second half was a lot better officiated game than the first half because there was a lot of stuff in the first half that was they were fouls and they affected the play, and that's what a foul does. I mean, you
Right.
affect a dribbler going one way or the other. I mean, the second half was much better officiated, although it was a lot of fouls.
It was a lot.
But
it
when
was a
you
lot
look-
because of what happened in the first half.
what
Yeah.
they allowed in the first half.
Yeah.
If they would have called the first half like they did the second half, the defense and the coaches would have adjusted, and you wouldn't have had to add as many fouls. But when you let them mug each other in the first half,
Right.
they're coming out in the second. I guarantee you that somebody in that locker room, you both coach, and you tell them, if you're coaching baseball, he's calling the foot outside, we're throwing it there.
Right.
So at halftime of a basketball game, they told them, they're letting you hit each other.
So do it.
Do it.
And
And then they start blowing the whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That was my problem with it. It wasn't that they called it that way. I just the
Totally
first half,
opposite.
yeah, it was just a complete opposite flip of the script there, and it just I don't know. But I'm with you though. I don't think it affected one team more than the other or whatever. I think
The
it was
better
just-
team won.
I think so.
The best
agree.
team in the country.
think
Florida
so.
should have been the 1 seed going into the tournament. There's no
agree.
doubt in my mind.
I agree.
You can argue Duke if you want to. I don't think you have a case. But if Auburn's the number 1 overall seed and they lost 3 or 4, I think it was 3 or 4,
Mm-hmm.
and Florida won the SEC tournament, and they were already
and they got the head-to-head on them.
and they were already on the bubble between the 1 and 2.
Right.
Florida, in my mind, was clearly
Yeah.
the number 1 seed.
I agree.
So the best team won.
Yep, I agree with all that. Condon did have 4 travels, and 5 turnovers.
He did in the first half. You're right, and I don't know who commented that. That come up or somebody chat that?
No, that was me.
No, and I was going to say
one more point. That was all.
I was waiting for that because what Houston did, they knew that they were ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
And but how many do you have in the second half?
0.
Yeah,
Good adjustment.
So that's coaching. That's Condon like getting under control. But that he was. If he has half of those, that's 2 more possessions they lost, So they knew he's not scoring from the free throw line, and they made him make decisions, and that's not his game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
His game's diving on loose balls to seal the deal for the national
But
championship.
you know what they didn't let him do, and by they I mean Todd Golden didn't let him do in the second half. Play that same game.
Absolutely.
He did a really good job of adjusting his game plan throughout the game. I'm such a big fan of Todd Golden.
Yeah,
I think he's really good.
he's pretty good, and they say he's like super smart and all the analytics and all
Right.
that stuff. And I mean, he's done a heck of a job there, and like already comparisons of Billy, Donovan.
Well, yeah,
and,
you're going to be compared to the best.
Yeah, but I think he's built to be able to put the pressure on me.
Right.
What he went through this whole year.
Yeah.
I don't think he cares what people think about him and the job he's doing. I mean, he's built different.
Yeah.
I was impressed with him all year.
My favorite thing that they do is any media timeout or extended timeout. The first probably 20 to 30 seconds of that, all the head coach and all the assistant coaches go gather first. They discuss what they want to discuss. They come back to the team huddle, and then they talk about what they see.
Yeah, and
I love that.
And that's what if you watch. I mean, they do that all the way to the professional level.
Right.
They when the timeout happens, all the coaches get together. I think he trusts his assistant coaches.
It seems that way.
You can see that if he's listening to them. I like his passion. I mean, it doesn't get out of control, but at the same time, he's going to fight like heck for his guys.
Yes, sir.
I thought the technical call, the technical
glad you
foul
brought this up.
on the bench was absurd.
Yep.
The one late in the game was absolutely correct. You cannot
100%.
spike that
No,
ball.
I
If
agree.
If he slams it and catches it, it's
I
probably
still
not
don't
a
like
tech.
it. I still don't like it. Don't do this. He was making eye contact was my biggest problem with it.
If he slams it and catches it, I don't think the guy calls it. But when it goes 15 feet up in the air, but the problem with the first tech, the officials are looking they're playing on one end. They're looking at the other end of the floor. And if you watch that, because I watched it a few times and questioned it, the assistant that jumped up, and that's the difference between at a Final Four where the court's above the coaches.
Right.
You got to climb the steps to get on the floor, and that's why he probably got the tech. But if they're playing in the O'Connell Center, or
Right.
whatever that arena's called now, and that coach runs down to the end of the bench, it's no tech. But because he climbed the steps and then ran to the end of the bench, he got the tech. And I mean, Doug Sermons was the one who's a phenomenal official. He's done
Right.
Final Fours. I mean, he's as good as you get. But I was very disappointed because it's on the opposite end. Why do you even care, man?
You're looking for it.
You're looking for it.
Yeah.
And, in the back of, and I don't question it, in the back of my mind, I think they're about to screw Florida. That's what I thought. I thought that for a second.
There was a
I'm like,
brief moment where I thought that too.
Are they really going to do this? Because that was a bad technical foul in my eyes.
It was. I agree. All right, last thing on all of this, is Florida a football or basketball school now?
Basketball. They were a basketball school before they won this thing. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
Are you though?
No,
Are
yeah. I mean, the University of Florida.
It's impressive
state-
what they've done.
It's very impressive, but you're in the state of Florida.
That's football.
There's not a basketball school in the SEC.
There's not.
I mean, it's not happening. They're very fortunate at University of Florida. Now they can say, hey, we got 3 in football and basketball. Nobody else has it.
Oh, God
But-
Almighty.
but,
I've heard that stat
I know.
1,000
But
million times.
While we're reading it, before, because I know
Oh
at some
my
point we're
God.
gonna leave and leave this national championship.
Can't wait.
I've cheered like crazy since about 03 for Gator basketball when I first went down and worked their first camp and got to know some of the people. But Gator fans, you make me so mad. And I can't tell you how many of you I follow on social media and I know that quit on them in the Elite Eight and quit on them in the Final Four. And you say all this crap and then now you want to say they're the best. I mean, like don't post it, man. Don't say it. Just ride them to the end. Don't say we are done. We are this. No, man. Like believe in them, and it drives me, me crazy.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
other teams
Keep
do it too.
preaching.
But I mean, Florida basketball. Going back to when I first started really going to games was about 04, 05. And I'll never forget the year they won the national title. And Joey's laughing because I probably told him this. I'll never forget the year they won the national title, walking out of the O'Connell Center with some Gator booster buddies, like good people that put a lot of money. That when they lost a game and on the way to the truck, they said, one and Donovan again. One and Donovan again.
Wow.
And they wanted Billy Donovan gone. And he won back-to-back titles.
Yeah.
He finished that year and won it. I mean, I think we live in a world where we're impatient. But
Big time.
fans are ridiculous, man. I'm so glad that I don't do that. I mean, I want Florida basketball to win forever. I don't really care about college football as much as you guys do, but I'm a Gator basketball fan because of the experiences they gave me as a high school coach before they won the national title. I was fortunate to be a high school coach before and during, but
Yeah, you
like
could
when
do a
fans
down there.
start doing all that, it's just it blows me away.
I think, and I could be wrong on this because there are a lot of bad Gator fans. I will tell you that right now.
You are on record saying that you guys have the worst fan base.
I am on record of saying that.
Outside of Miami, maybe.
They're just the most delusional. But
So
I think,
delusional.
I think some.
True.
I think some of what like in the Elite Eight or the Final Four, I think some of that is like a reverse jinx type thing. I know I do that sometimes. Like I'll say, and Chris does it too.
yeah,
We'll
I
say
am.
some outlandish stuff.
No, these people mean it, bro. They're just.
I'm trying to help here.
No,
I'm trying to help.
Like
No, you can't.
I was with people at a game, and I don't think they're listeners, so I
Probably
can say
not.
it.
What are their names? I'll tell you if they listen.
No, don't do that.
Joey Edge, Chris Martinez. So no, but like they were when Florida was down 9 to Texas Tech. I'm trying to bet everybody around me they win this game, and they didn't believe it. And I'm no genius, but I will tell you that for a month and a half, this team has looked different than they just look different.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so I was like, I don't think they lose this game, man. I don't think they lose it. And yeah, when you post something, somebody posted
You
something.
about said their name.
No, I commented on it because they posted when Florida was down the other night. Well, we had a great season, UF,
Ooh,
and
here we go.
and so I didn't post. I just looked at it and I thought, in my mind, they're gonna win this game, man. I screenshot it. I swear, I screenshot it in case they deleted it. And so then later on, they won. They post back, we're national champs, and I commented, man, I thought you turned it off when the game. I thought you turned it off after your last post. So I think as fans, I don't know. I don't know who's Zach Maxwell.
You don't know Maxwell?
I don't know.
Maxwell's a Columbia grad.
Yeah, we got to get to know each other, but
He's a FSU big time FSU fan. He's in the equipment on the equipment staff now.
sounds like a good guy.
He is a good guy.
I'm a Gator
We like him.
I love Gator basketball,
Yeah.
and the only, like I said, the only reason I love it is that they gave me an experience from about 04 to 09 that I never imagined I would have, being able to go in and do things. So I think they do it the right way.
Yeah.
And
I agree
So
with
yeah, I guess
Yes.
I bleed orange and blue in basketball.
You do,
season.
man. I had to go get fresh air. It's 45 minutes of nonstop Gator love. I about threw up.
Well, I mean,
I had
hey,
to go empty it out there real
well, if
fast.
COVID wouldn't have hit, we could have talked about Florida State winning a national
Yes,
championship.
sir. We could have,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
How
They
the
were going to
field
win
was
it that
turning.
year.
They really were. It's okay, man.
So you touched on this earlier.
Not split screen.
Yeah.
It looks like a split screen. No, doesn't it, Mr. Osford?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on. Slide over a little bit.
Oh,
right
the
there.
computer?
Yeah. It
It
looks like we're on.
It looks
two
like
different
we're on
cameras.
2 different cameras, right?
No, you're on one camera and you won't let me be on the screen.
We're trying to get your picture up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was supposed to be doing that. Hey, before we do that, let's talk about my guy Brian at Brian Sports.
Yes, sir.
The I have in here the most dominant athlete ever, but this like the most dominant sports store ever is Brian Sports. Obviously, does a lot for the community, and literally will get you anything that you need or want at any point. So just give Brian a call 755-0570. Mr. Hosford.
Less than 2 weeks ago, I called Brian about a kid at the high school.
Yes, sir.
Needed some shoes. Kid was shoes we saw. I mean, so within 2 hours, I had a pair of brand new shoes, and so I give the kid the shoes, and then I notice he needs socks too. When I'm giving these shoes, I mean the poor kid. So I go back to Brian's. He gave me a great deal on the shoes that I got. So I go in there and pay for those shoes, start talking to him, tell him about the socks. He throws in socks. I bought the shoes, but not for what I should have bought the shoes.
Right.
I mean, Brian, he's done this. I worked for him 25 years ago or something.
Did you really?
I did. I
did not
had
know
a
that.
short stint at Brian's. Yeah, man, that's back when the Super Nintendo was set up in the store. Oh, man, it was good
You
times.
work there too?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
whole table
I mean,
work there now.
God, we all work.
How would I be where I'm at right now if I didn't go through Brian Sports?
Facts.
No, but
That is a fact.
but Brian actually, he told me when I left, he's like, man, if you have anybody else, and so I hear y'all say that every week, and so I mean, I'm just repeating but there's probably not a better person in our community than Brian.
Period.
There's people.
Co-sign that.
Hey, there's people all over this town that love the three of us and
Yeah.
say nice things about us.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that hate us.
Yeah.
And I've never gone anywhere. I've never heard a person say, "Oh, Brian Dix. Oh, he's a terrible person." I've never heard
Never.
it. And
Never.
Joey Edge. Oh,
yeah.
there's a lot.
Depending on the company you're with.
But Brian's one of those guys, man. You're not gonna find a better guy. So
Yeah.
Brian, if you listen, I don't know if you listen, but
He does.
I appreciate you, and you're the best of the best.
And that's so cool. Because
Co-sign.
I saw the kids' shoes too, and he needed help. He needed
Yep.
help.
Good
That's
stuff.
really cool.
Good on you too.
Yeah,
Mr.
good on you
Hosford.
too.
All right. So you mentioned it earlier. What is the criteria to say we? Like if you're talking about your sports team,
let's go.
what is your criteria to say we? Yours.
Chat,
I want
get
yours.
Chat, get
Mr.
involved too. I
Hosford.
want to know when just to reiterate this.
Yeah.
We mean when Florida just won a national championship, someone says, we had a tough, hard-fought game. We are national champions. That, for me personally, that irks my nerves so bad.
Hey, I'm glad to see your passion because I threw this. Was this today or yesterday? I said
Just this morning.
Okay. So, yeah, and he got all fired up.
Oh, my God.
Me personally, I think you attended the school.
Mm-hmm.
You have a family member that attended the school. Like I know as a child, my dad went to Florida State. Didn't graduate from there, but he was at Florida State for some time.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, Chris and I talked this morning. I mean, if you're a booster,
Yeah.
Right.
if you're putting money in the program,
Yeah.
you're part of that NIL deal or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know,
Probably say we.
season ticket holders. I mean, you're paying money, but if you're somebody else that just watches it on Saturdays, and I mean, I don't think you should say we.
I agree.
I don't think. I think you have to attend there. You have a family member, like a parent. You can't have a fourth cousin on the other step side of the family that went there, and just because you're a fan, I don't. It's weird to me that when you from 10 years old to 30 years old, you've been their fan, and then all of a sudden it's we. I mean, I don't know.
I agree.
You're a fan. You're not a we.
You're
I
a
mean,
fan. You're not with them.
yeah.
Like,
You support them. You're all
support
about
them,
them,
of
but you're
course.
not part of it.
And
Truly.
we might be stepping on some
Yeah.
toes.
Oh,
here.
there's
That's
people
okay.
mad right now.
There's some-
This is my last time talking. But you're not a we.
I agree. I think I truly my criteria, Jordan, and then we'll get to you and then everyone else in the chat. But I think what Trey said is right. You're an alumni, and then I'll go a step further. I think if you're a booster, but you can't be on that first level of booster where you pay $100 a year.
Right.
It's got to be.
But you're paying money to it, though. I'll give them that. I mean,
I guess they get the cool little decals.
yeah. I mean,
or whatever.
if you're still your name's associated in the program.
That's fair. I'll say that, a booster. If you're giving your hard-earned money to a university
Yeah.
in any capacity, I think you can say we.
But
Right?
but if you just give money and you never attend anything and you never actually go to the
Like
sporting
a front
events,
runner, like you don't watch the game either.
and you don't really watch games. Like you watch them, but you don't really watch them all the time. Like you're not we either. Even if you gave
See,
money.
I disagree. If you're contributing financially to that program,
Then
I
it's
think
we.
you are now we. I think you are.
I think
But
for me, I think I'm still gonna stand on it. I think there's a level to
like I
That's
just
the
talked
to the
commitment.
weeness.
I
to the
just
commitment.
I just talked about Florida basketball, and I love them. But we didn't win we didn't just win
I didn't
national
do anything.
championship.
I didn't
You
do
know,
anything in
and
that.
I think we've all messed up at some point. I probably have said we.
That's
but-
what I was gonna say.
But
I
like,
say,
I've said it and I didn't mean it. Like there's people that say we like
and they mean that.
well, damn, you got after it, didn't you?
So whenever I'm typing it out, I never say we.
That's what I'm saying. Because that's intentional.
Right.
When you
I
say-
never say we if I'm typing. Now, if I'm fast and I'm just trying to get a story out, or if I'm just trying to say something fast, sometimes I will say, we
Well-
did this, blah 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 blah.
Well, LCMS softball just won
Right.
a SMAC tournament. My
you go.
daughter
Yeah,
plays.
we did that.
We won that. There we go.
We did
I
that.
didn't attend the championship game, but we won it as a family.
Harper had a hit.
There you go. Harper
I
had a
see
hit.
Harper had a hit.
LCMS baseball won it. We won
did
that.
that.
My daughter goes to that school or whatever.
we did that. I went to that school a
Yeah.
long time ago. We
But-
did that.
I think
The thing
I've
is-
said it too with Florida State, like in conversation, like, oh man, we had a hard time that series, or we had
Right.
a tough time that drive.
Yes.
But I don't mean like
You didn't
we.
stand on it.
No,
You-
yeah,
you
no.
did- yeah.
I'm never gonna say
It's-
we. I do. I have been that booster before. Willie Taggart ruined that. But yeah, no. I personally, Joe, what is your like stance on it?
So for me, it's kind of like the same as what y'all are talking about. Like if you have financial obligations invested into the program, then that's probably a we thing. Like other than that, just because you're a super fan, you can't say we. Like I love the University of Florida. I love everything about it. Obviously, I had a family member that played there, so I didn't really have a choice because he was like 35 years older than me. So like when he was there, I was an infant. And so I grew up with it. That's what we did. We grew up watching. Seriously, he started there when I started at kindergarten.
You called
So
him really old though.
he is really old. He's like 53.
He looked old last night. If you'd listened to man, I had to give him a golf cart ride at the baseball game. I mean, that was rock bottom for
Senior
me.
citizen.
That was rock
He
bottom.
was limping, the knee and
it was-
everything.
Was he
Shane, if
parking
you're
in a
listening,
handicap
man,
spot, or was
hey,
he-
call me if you need a ride tomorrow somewhere. I felt bad for my boy. I hadn't seen him in a while.
He's on hard times. Jared said he's actually in the building right
Yeah,
now,
he
but
is,
we'll read his comment. He's had some really good comments. We haven't read them because he's sitting right here, but he doesn't have a mic in front of him, so we need to read them. He said, "Can't be we when the team wins and they when the team loses." Yeah, that is 100%.
I think there's a lot of fans though that when they say we, they don't mean it to the extent of the ones I'm talking about. There's some that they really, if you got in an argument with them, you would think they strapped up and they were playing the game.
Yeah, I agree.
and those are the ones. It's the we's that when they fold on the team.
Yeah, I can't stand
It's the ones that we. Oh man,
They.
they're done now.
They're
They're
done.
done. They're done
Yeah,
now.
they.
No, you're done now too.
that. No, we're done.
That's
No,
the
they're done.
ones like when we did this. They lost this game or
Yes.
they. So yeah, no, it's an interesting conversation.
It is, man. It is. What was one of the? There was a point made in metal detectors this morning. I can't exactly remember who made it or what they said, but they tried to add, or they in their mind they had a different criteria. They added something in there.
I think it was lifelong fan. I mean,
Lifelong fan.
I think and similar to Joey,
Is lifelong fan,
but
allowed?
different than Joey because Joey's brother played there.
Right.
So if you're born and raised in a family that that's
Yeah.
all they do. Nobody ever went to the school. Nobody, you're a fan, but
Yeah.
I still, unless you're providing financial assistance, you're still not we.
That's how I feel. And I don't care. And here's another thing too, is I think it matters like how many sports that you like watch.
Yeah, I'll
like
buy that.
do you love just the football team? You don't care about baseball. You don't care about basketball or softball or volleyball or whatever. You only care about a singular sport. You definitely don't have a claim.
Yeah.
I don't know how many years you've been rooting for them.
Yeah,
you can't say we.
And I don't care about the sport because there's probably sports in Florida that I don't even know they have.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But I just.
But the big ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've seen so many people. No offense, Gator fans. Y'all had 45 minutes of just outpouring and love. I've seen so many people that can't tell me how many people are on the basketball court at one time. Talk about national champions and repost this.
Yeah.
If I seen that picture one time, I've seen that 100 times.
We won 3 in both sports.
Oh, yeah.
You
That
didn't even
stat.
know they had basketball.
Hey, shut up, man.
You're like, what's the 3 other than football?
Right, yeah. Yeah, no doubt. No one's ever been done that. And there are some, like Joey and Jared and Mr. Hosser, that because you're a Gator fan now in my eyes, I can't understand. I can't undo it.
I will tell you right now, and you can ask Shane. I used to tell him because I'm not as young as Joey, so I'm in the middle, and I was really close. I mean, I like Shane because of his wife. I've known Cindy. That's family.
Yeah.
Shane married into our family. So, but I loved when Florida State played Florida.
Yeah.
Because I said, Shane, you get to punt a lot. I mean, I love it. I mean, because I'm going to get to see you in action.
Yes, sir.
And so I'm different. I was a Florida State football guy because of my dad.
Yes, sir.
But when they play Florida, I'm like, Shane, this is your time to shine. You get to punt all night long.
No doubt. But no, I'm with you. That whole like we thing makes me like ill. I'm not a fan of that at all.
Joey's still working on that picture, man.
This picture, I'm
gonna try.
We're 55 minutes in at this point now, but it's
Are we
okay.
really?
Yeah,
Man.
it's 10:01. Metal Tech should be
Exciting,
here early.
man. Yeah.
Masters.
Whatever.
So we're gonna go to Masters. Yes.
Yeah, right before we go to the Masters, we're going to talk about my guy Josh McCardle, the greatest barber of all time, though. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, no, he is that.
I
think he got a new customer tonight too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who?
Jared Scott's gonna give him a try.
I like it. Yeah, you should. I'm telling you, he will hook you up.
Yeah. It's,
And I won't get scraped.
you won't get scraped?
you're
No,
not going to
no,
get straight.
no,
I do
no.
like the shave, the fresh shaved. I like the fresh fade. But I'm telling you right now, Josh McCardle will make you look really. He'll make you look like he knows what he's doing.
So
He
Jared
does.
shaved his hair.
He did. He's baldied.
He's bald.
He's a little
but I
baldy.
think he can go I think Josh can do him right. Give him a skin fade, tighten up the beard, clean it up, line it up, edge it. You'll be like $1 million, bro.
Yeah.
But anyways, Josh. He can do all that.
All that. Easy.
He's that guy.
And it'll be fast. You'll enjoy the conversation. You'll get a drink of whatever you would like, water,
He has what you like there too.
carbonated drinks, whatever you're into.
What Jared
in that-
likes, he has.
Yeah, whatever you're into in that moment, he'll have it there. For
Water.
you. Guaranteed.
Popcorn.
Popcorn. Literally, we had a fresh batch in there whenever we were there the last time.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, go see my guy. Go see my guy Josh. Give him
Kurt,
a-
we can hook you up.
Kurt hasn't had a haircut since he left Cleveland.
Not starting today.
Not starting today. Has it really been 10 years?
If the Cavs win the title, Kurt, if the Cavs win the title, can McCardle do something to you?
Put a C, a Cleveland C in it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Not the Cleveland Sea?
I'd get a tattoo, man.
There we
He
go.
don't do that.
He probably could.
Front Porch City looking for a tattoo artist here to sponsor the show.
Yeah, I'd get a Cavs, man.
Yeah, you'd have to.
I'll tell you what, Kurt, if they win it, I'll get a C too.
Yeah.
It's on record right now.
Oh my God, let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Go
This,
Cavs.
I'll get this logo. Just the
Got
C.
that red
Not the whole
face.
back.
Let me see it.
No,
Let me see it.
no,
Let me see it.
Just the
Just
C.
that C.
Just the C. Cavs win the title. Just
Right
the
there.
C.
Back it up to where it's in focus there, brother.
My bad. Sorry, that was smart of you.
Yeah,
You got-
we'll get to see.
Bang.
Yeah, I'm in.
Chief Wahoo, too.
I'm in. Plus 1,500 or something like that. Yeah.
Anyways, go see my guy Josh. Give him a text 386-247-1430. 386-247-1430. Text Josh. I'm telling you, best experience of a barber you'll ever have. Guaranteed. All right.
Without question.
Without question.
Let's
Now,
get to it.
Masters. Look, before we get into like the actual Masters, is the Master, where does it rank in sporting events for
All
you?
right, so I'm gonna pose the question. So we're gonna talk about like sporting events. Your top 3.
Mm-hmm.
What are your top 3 events? We talked about it again this morning. A lot of this is coming from this morning, but I'll go first. I'll give mine. For me, it's the national championship of college football.
That's number one?
It's number 1.
Okay.
I'm a big college football fan. I love it. I love it. I want to watch good college football. It is typically really good. So that's number 1 for me.
Yep.
Dude, I think number 2 is probably the Masters.
Really?
Yeah, I can get there.
Okay.
There. I love it. I watched it on my time off today.
And
during
it's
my
time
breaks.
on.
I watched it on my time off. I watched it, and then on
and your time on, or just your time off?
just my breaks. And,
I watched it a lot today.
okay, so I watched it as much as Mr. Osford.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
And then number three for me is tough, and this is I can be swayed a little bit, so I'm gonna put two out there, and I'll listen to y'all's opinions and your points, and then I'll make a final decision.
Okay.
But it's either the World Series or the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I heard yesterday, I think it was ESPN Radio, they were naming their top sporting events, but they weren't just doing it on the event, but they were like with their heart. If they could, one of the guys said, NBA Finals Game 7 if Lakers Celtics.
Okay.
So just to throw a little
Yeah.
That's an added variable.
a little
in
added
there.
variable in there. But I mean, I don't know if it's my turn to talk, but
It's yours.
Yeah, you go for it.
the Masters, I've been there once. It was a practice round, a Wednesday, so I got to see the practice round in the par 3. If you've ever swung a golf club, it's got to be a top 3 place. I don't care if you like golf or not. If you've ever walked a golf course, that experience is totally different than any other thing I've been to. I've been very blessed. I haven't been to a Super Bowl. I haven't been to a national championship college football game.
Right.
But just when you walk out there, and not everybody can do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are. They'll tell you, I don't care who, you're not coming here. I don't know how much, doesn't matter how much money you have. That's what makes it pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But these next 4 days, people may not know this, and I won't say his name because he would be really upset with me. Somebody I know really well, and I've talked to him, known him for years, and we talked today, and he reminded me that his best friend is someone who pretty much directs the tournament. He's over the tournament. We were talking about attending the Masters, and I said something to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been." And I asked how many times, and he didn't want to tell me because he knew that it was going to make me sad.
Right, because it's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like almost all of them,
He's
probably.
been the Masters a lot more than I've been in the front porch. I mean, so
And it's only it's free,
I've been,
and it's
yeah.
only about 8
Yeah,
miles down the road.
So I asked him today. I said, "Why are you not?" When he told me how he had the connection, I said, "Why are you not there now?" And he kind of looked away and said, "I'll be there Sunday." I'm like, oh. So I mean, it's just different.
Wow.
It's totally different than any other sporting event. I don't know if it's the best, but I can't think like the Super Bowl is. But like what they were saying on ESPN Radio, that's so like entertainment and this and that.
Right.
Like the Masters is the same every year. It doesn't matter who's playing in the golf tournament.
Right.
It's something special. And I go back, you guys are young, but you remember years ago when they wanted to protest, nothing against women, but it was that woman that wanted to protest, and they did no commercials. And somebody asked the guy that was the owner or whatever he is, "Well, how long can you go without commercials?" He said, "Forever."
As long as I need to.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, that it's almost like a cult when you think
yeah,
about
yeah.
it. But
Oh, yeah.
I want to be a part of the cult. I mean, it's totally different, totally different. So the Masters is definitely a top 3 for me. Final 4, maybe fresh off this weekend, makes me think that way. If the right teams are there, that's an experience. But I mean, Super Bowl would be pretty cool too, with just the entertainment value. But
Yeah.
the 4 days of the Masters, there's no other golf tournament that even compares to it.
Right.
There's
No, they have their own app. They have their own everything.
I was
Their own
just
world.
going with the app because they do such a good job with their app and website.
They really
like,
do.
It is so much better than any other tournament. Like I download the apps for every major tournament. Like the U.S. Open has one.
I
the Open
downloaded for
Championship.
one
Yeah,
today.
Same.
and that's like the rest of them are useless. You don't need them. You really don't, because they don't do anything different than just your regular PGA Tour app. You can look at the scores on. They
Well,
do nothing different.
A quick story. I've told this several times. And each time I tell it, they like it. So I'm going to tell the 4 people listening. So,
There's more than that, man.
Yeah,
There's a zero
okay.
behind that number.
Pat Summerall, who called the Masters for many, many years,
Right.
was really, really good friends with a guy in Lake City. I'm not going to say his name, but the guy's passed. A phenomenal person. Summerall took him everywhere. I've heard this story firsthand from the guy that's passed. Summerall took him to the Masters, not during the Masters, but took him to Augusta National. They walk in the pro shop. Summerall's there we're going to play golf. So they take Summerall's name, and then they ask him, who's this guy with you? And Summerall says, my guest. And they told him, you're our guest. You don't get to bring guests. And this is Pat Summerall in his
Right.
prime,
Who calls it?
who calls the Masters, but he wasn't a member. You don't get to come here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, sounds pretty harsh, but that tells you how prestigious this place is. Arizona State coach. I told you this morning,
yeah.
Chris. Did you see that? The guy the amateur that played well today, his coach was there this week, went out to give him a hug on the driving range or whatever. They kicked him out. He had shorts on. You cross the line, bud. Go home.
Go.
And he admitted, like, I made an honest mistake. I'll be back tomorrow, but I'll wear pants if I want to see him. But and some people think it's harsh. The guy that I
like
talked, there's somebody I know well that his best friend from college is one of the tournament directors. And we were talking today about it, and he was just like, you don't understand
Yeah.
what it is. I mean, it's just different, man.
It's different. It's
So
totally different.
when Jack Nicklaus was in his prime, there was a story going around about how he wanted to be a member of Augusta because he's Jack Nicklaus in his prime, and they're like, yeah, that ain't how this goes. We don't care about your money. We don't care about how many times you played here. We don't care about how many times you've won here. This ain't for you right now. Eventually, maybe. Right now, you're not going to be a member here. Jack Nicklaus,
Yeah.
widely regarded as the greatest of all time.
Didn't they name a tree after a president that wanted the tree cut down? And I said, no, we'll just name it after you. yeah. So, I mean, somebody can fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure. But that place is totally that place is totally different than any other place I've ever seen.
Couple of things. Jared Scott said, speaking of Arizona State coaches, Molly Miller. Yeah.
True.
Anthony Newton said Hosford is connected. That is true.
Hey, how about Newton getting to one of the?
The softballs.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man.
That was good stuff.
That is cool.
Yeah, that was I think it was Kimber Kimber Long that gave him the softball.
Yep.
That was something. Hoping the baseball will do something like that, because nobody realizes what that means to the teachers. I mean, we did it with football jerseys. Zamarion Jones gave me his jersey this year. I cried out there at Float Building. I mean, nobody understands what that means.
Yeah.
It's massive.
I agree.
It's so big, man.
It's huge.
It's definitely something I want to incorporate.
So,
for sure.
softball, the senior night was tonight. I think they were down last time I checked, but
Like how you're trying to get an update right
yeah, I
there.
was trying to get an update. But
Jared was not.
they
paying
were
attention to
down
that.
tonight, but the seniors they wrote a note on a softball and gave it to
An influential.
influential teacher or
Right.
somebody on campus, and Newton got one. And I'm telling you, what he's doing in culinary, man, the March Madness tournament he had, I gained 5 pounds during that, man. Newton, man, the food is amazing. I need breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah.
They
I
lost
need
8-3. It's okay though.
I need to get involved in that March Madness. Speaking of March Madness, my top three.
Yes.
My top three are, number one for me is the first 2 days of March Madness.
Correct.
And it's not even really close for me. But a lot of it is because of what goes into it. Like this year, Chris is over, Jared's over. Like my people are here. We cook, we eat.
But you're not there.
Marty. I don't care. I'm here.
Now, I would agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about somewhere
attend?
you attend.
Oh, see, I wasn't necessarily. I didn't.
No,
pick
I was thinking it's something you could attend. So I'm totally with you on the first 4 days of the NCAA
Yeah.
basketball tournament.
I didn't
thought-
pick to attend. I just picked like.
just
because
favorites
those
to
are
watch or whatever.
two
to
total
watch.
different things.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yes, okay.
So,
All right. So what is it then? Is it to attend or to like watch?
I think to watch. Let's go to watch first.
to watch.
And so for me, again, first 2 days of March Madness, because I'm gonna take off work. My people are gonna be here.
That's
We're
good.
gonna
It was
cook. We're
fun.
gonna eat. We're gonna watch basketball from 12:15 in the afternoon till 12:15 in the morning, and we're probably gonna do some copious amounts of gambling.
Oh boy, did we! Allegedly.
Allegedly, did a lot of gambling. Wasn't always great, but
Allegedly.
it was electric when it was great.
Yes. Hopefully it
So
wasn't.
that's number one for me. Number two is the Masters, because it like you said, it doesn't change. Like it doesn't. Every year, you know who's going to be there. You know what's going to happen.
And it doesn't matter who's
and-
there.
And it doesn't matter
No.
because the best of the best are always going to be there.
Right.
And then for me, the national championship is 3 NCAA football, because if it's two teams I don't care about, why do I care that much? I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to have a good time. I'm still probably going to hang out with my guy Martinez here. We're still going to cook food. We're still going to enjoy the night. All that's going to happen.
And that's why go ahead. And that's why it's different for me because I love football. Like
Right.
I watch the game a little different than most, and so it doesn't matter if Florida State's in it or
Right.
a common team is in it. I love like especially them at that level, like seeing those guys prepare and how they're what their plan of attack is.
Yeah.
I nerd out on that.
That's
I
why
like
it's
that.
still in
I
my
like
top
it a
3.
lot.
Because
Yeah.
I like college football, like that part of it more than the NFL. Like the Super Bowl doesn't really do it for me. Like the nostalgia of the Super Bowl
It doesn't either for
I'm,
me.
I'm
Totally
I'm going
agree
to
with
watch the game,
Right.
but it's not because of the Super Bowl. It's because there's football being played and it's by
Newton,
itself.
Newton said WrestleMania, and I know Kurt's fired up. Kurt would probably say WrestleMania too. But
I love WrestleMania. It's in my top 4.
I was thinking in my mind,
I like the other league.
I was thinking totally different than what the question was.
Right.
But I would agree exactly with what you said. I mean, if I'm not there,
Right.
and having to watch it, it's definitely March Madness. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Let me ask, but if you had to be there,
if I had to be there.
if you had to pick an event, if right now, if I said in 2025, 2026,
Yeah.
you get one event, sporting event, you get to attend. Your team may be there, they may not, but you get to go.
It's the Masters.
Yeah, because
the
it's
Masters.
just
Because
impossible to get to.
Because
So if you tell me I can go to it, it's a guaranteed I can go to it. That may be the only time I ever get to go to it in my life. I'm going to pick the Masters.
Well, how about Scott Moore and his wife? You know, they went to the NCAA tournament. I saw that, and in my mind, I'm thinking they were there because of the Gators were there.
Right.
A little research, hearing people. They planned this like a year ago
Really.
to go to the Final Four and just experience it.
And it happened to be.
Happened to be Florida, so Scott,
There's
man,
no way anybody.
buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Let's go. I mean,
What
that
in the world?
yeah. How lucky
That's
were they?
Crazy. Chuck Bell.
Chuck Bell, NBA Finals Game 7.
I'm sorry.
Terrence,
Oh, I'm
my cousin
But
says
who-
lingerie football still a thing.
But who's in Game 7? I mean,
And that's why
that matters.
That matters.
It does. It does because for me, if it's
Hey, when's Chuck coming up?
Celtics, Lakers, in the Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
In the Garden?
Yeah,
Hey, Chuck, it's April 10th, man. You were supposed to come up, and we got about 20 days left before you're supposed to come hang out.
better make it happen, Captain.
Mr. Hosford is the principal at Columbia High School, for the record. Chuck Bell is the DC at Buchholz.
Good
nice.
guy. Good guy.
Chuck's going to be in the box for me.
Love the
May
Bobcats.
7th.
Are you
allowed to
He's
say
going to be
that?
in the box May 17th.
Are you allowed to say that?
I can say that.
Okay.
Chuck, nice to meet you.
He won't get the Rick Wington treatment, will he?
Rick was a coin. He flipped a coin, didn't he?
He flipped
I
a
mean,
coin.
he was out in midfield. No, not Rick. I'm thinking of Whittemere. What was the Buchholz head coach?
Yeah. He's the head coach
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Whittemore.
Whittemore. But yeah, I like Rick. So if you're compared to Rick, we'll talk.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Masters. So I put this question in there, the most dominant athlete ever, because of one thing. So we were talking this morning. What is the most tournaments won consecutively by one person in PGA Tour history? What do you think it is?
The most,
Consecutive tournaments won by a single person.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I think Tiger right away, but he didn't play every tournament.
I was going to say like 8,
Yeah, but
9.
I'm gonna say most tournaments won, or the person that won the most.
The person that won the most consecutively, not necessarily that was played, but that person played in.
I'm gonna shoot out Tiger, and you're gonna tell me Scotty.
It's a
Jack-
long time ago. It's
Jack
11.
Nicklaus?
It's 11, and it's Ben Hogan. But Tiger had streaks of 7, and then he had a streak of 6, and then he had a streak of 5 consecutive.
Yeah.
At different times.
Well, Peeler, I don't know if he's asleep yet. He was in the
is.
chat earlier, but it was early this year, last golf season, whatever. But Scotty was on his run, and
Scotty had a good one.
Doug's loves Scotty. And I told him, I said, well, I just read something that if Scotty does this for the next 14 years,
Right.
he'll be Tiger. I mean, if you really look at what
And he
Tiger
didn't, for the record.
if you really look at what Tiger did, I mean, yeah. But
I saw someone post like the stats of Jack and Tiger side by side, and Jack wins 7 of 8 categories.
yeah, well,
Which is
Jack's
crazy.
longevity was crazy.
Yeah,
He played golf.
yeah.
so was
really high
LeBron's,
level.
and he's not the best.
Ohio State.
No, I agree with you.
Jack Nicklaus. Kurt's in the background. He said Jack Nicklaus is a OHIO guy.
He's a Buckeye, huh?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Wow.
I didn't know they had college back whenever he was playing.
I mean, it's totally. I mean,
Look at Kurt,
let's
bro.
real quick. I don't know how much longer we got, but
Oh yeah, as long as we want, man. When they leave, they leave. We're good.
I'll stay here all night.
Oh,
man.
what
Let's
the-
go.
well,
I'm having
hey.
a blast.
I gotta be up at the school tomorrow to get eggs.
Yeah, Mike, you go.
Like, is there really an argument in golf who the greatest of all time?
No, in my opinion, no.
No, I agree. It's Tiger, right?
It's got to be.
No,
I
there's
mean,
nobody's arguing that. But the numbers say Jack. They really do.
The numbers do because Jack played in an era where there was 18 people in the tournament, not
Sure.
120.
I'm
Jack,
not. I will never argue
I'll-
against Tiger.
Right.
I love Tiger Woods.
yeah. Oh, I know you do.
I'm a Tiger guy.
hate to say this. It makes me so mad to say it.
Yeah, you're
But
full
if
of
you
Gator
want
love tonight.
if you want to like rank golfers all time, Phil Mickelson's a lot higher than a lot of people want to.
I agree with
Phil's problem is he's in a beauty pageant with the most beautiful person in the world.
That's right.
And
That's
Tiger wins every time.
you. Every time.
But I mean, Phil was really, 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 really good.
yeah, in a different era.
But yeah, like what he would have won if there was no Tiger Woods. I mean, I feel bad for the guy. I mean, not really, but yeah.
I don't feel bad either.
Yeah.
because I
No,
know
he got-
I mean, he
check
had no
cashes.
chance.
Yeah, that check does cash. That was a stat, and I don't remember when it was, but there was like a 6-year stretch where in major tournaments only, Tiger Woods was like minus 136, and the next closest guy was Phil at like plus 105 or something like. It was ridiculous. He was like 300 shots better in majors over like a 6-year. It was dumb.
No, Tiger was like when he was so good, he was so good. Like it's insane. that
today
even-
the guy I was talking about had that has the best friend that runs a Masters tournament and he gets to go every year. He was there in 19 when Tiger won it. I was on a plane, thought living my dream, coming back. I went to a Cubs game with Doug and Dennis and Mike, and he was talking about sitting on 18 when the roar happened.
yeah.
He on 15, I think Tiger eagled, and he said the greatest thing about it was nobody had a cell phone, so we heard the roar.
No one knew.
You can't have a phone there.
I love that part.
You can't have a phone at all.
I love that
So he
part.
heard the roar, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's Tiger. I mean, that's a different roar." He said Jordan Spieth walked by him and like looked up at the scoreboard, and it's like everybody's thinking, "What just happened?" Goes on, the guy running the scoreboard, he knows. Wait till everybody's done on the area before he. So he drops a number because it's a manual thing. It's
Right.
not a computer.
Yeah, it's not a computer. It's not a, yeah.
It's like the Chicago Cubs, man, do it right. So they drop the thing, and then he said he lays it up there where you can't see it. You know he's about to do it.
Yeah.
And he said I swear to God, he counted to 10, and he slammed up a 3 like he eagled it.
Right.
And he said that noise right there and that roar, he said his whole body shook. He went up with, I mean, everybody did it. But like the Masters is different, man.
different.
With Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
We've all heard
Yeah.
the Tiger roar is different. I was in a plane. We landed coming back from Chicago, and right when we landed, you know, I have cell service. I didn't pay the money to have Wi-Fi or whatever.
We're not doing that.
Everybody's
Yeah.
phone starts dinging, and we're like, "What?" And I think it was Doug that said, "Blanket Tiger won." And I'm like, why are we in the air? You know, wish that I wouldn't. My first time ever going to Wrigley. I wish I'd have stayed home and watched the Masters. But no, it's just different, man. The Masters is different.
Speaking of announcers, Jim Nance was so good in that moment.
Oh, God.
Bro, he was so good. He let it. I think it was like 2 minutes and 19 seconds where he just let the dead
crowd.
air, just the crowd do all the talking.
Yep.
Like it was so good to the call, the silence, and then to get back on there and just
He's the best.
be so good.
You see him crying the other night. I didn't realize how tight. I mean, what a Houston guy he was.
Yeah.
Crying when they lost and stuff. I mean, he was sitting in the stands.
Big
and,
fan of Jim Nance.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
Jim Nance, he's. I wonder if Jim Nance took me to Augusta National, if he could get me on.
He could.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't know. Is he
I
a
don't think
member?
so.
Because if he's not a member, they wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Newton says NCAA football, NBA championship, WrestleMania. And then Chuck Bell commented, "LO, this has been a great show. Once we wrap up weightlifting this weekend, it's going down. Man of my word. I'll make sure Mr. Hosford's there. Hell, we may go to his house."
When is this?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I'm
off
in
air.
town all weekend.
Off air.
I'll tell you, WrestleMania. Let's talk wrestling.
I'm in.
We got time.
We got.
Hold on, wait, real quick. Trav, just getting here. Trav, I need you to let us know your top 3 sporting events that you like to watch.
Read. Yes.
And then, by the way, had Masters pimento cheese and egg salad for lunch today.
No, he went.
No, he ordered a taste of the Masters. If you knew Travis Smith,
Go.
Travis, I'm
We're
sorry.
moving on.
No. We're go. Travis, I'm
Go.
sorry. You know the big Subway cups that are like this tall? Travis may or may not have had one full of tobacco spit on his counter. Yeah, it's bad. But this man ordered a taste of the Masters. It's insane to me that my boy's eating pimento cheese on toasted bread, egg salad for lunch today.
I bet it was good.
Well, I'll tell you, in 09, when I
true.
went to the Masters, my dad and I both had an egg salad sandwich, and I sat mine on the grass. I said, "This
It was
place,
that clean.
it's that clean, man." I just sat it down, and my dad.
A taste of the Masters.
I'll tell you this: my dad gave him a $10 bill too, and ordered 2 beers,
And you got changed back.
and then he said, "Well, go ahead and give me another." I mean, it's that place is different,
And it's
man.
still the same. Those prices are
Oh
still
yeah,
the same.
it hasn't changed at all.
I know.
Find a way to go. There's no way. There's no. Can't call nobody.
I'll tell you.
Just get a lottery.
My neighbor has a friend, and I'm gonna start mowing the yard even when it doesn't even.
I'll ask you.
I'm gonna show up with
I'm
the
gonna pick up
mower
half straw.
and just say, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Hey man,
Did y'all see Nance has already said he's retiring after the Masters in
2030,
2036?
yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't leave either.
Smart.
If
No,
I
I
was Jim
wouldn't
Nance,
either.
I'd stay there.
That's when
forever.
I retired too.
That's his 51st Masters that he'll call. That's
Trav
So-
said, go ahead.
Let's go back to wrestling.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Masters, National Championship in football, Game 7 of the World Series. Who do you have at the Masters this week? And then we'll go to wrestling.
I
My
took
guy.
Rory.
That's Trav.
You got Rory? Who you got?
Long shot DeChambeau. I don't know what he did today. He
He's,
probably-
well, he
didn't play-
wasn't a long shot. He was like
No,
16 to 1
He,
to win it.
he didn't play bad, and
Yeah, I still got DeChambeau as well.
well, Rory was 4 under until he choked on the 15th and chunked it, or didn't chunk it, but y'all see it? Y'all watch
saw
it?
it. I saw it.
Yeah, he hit it in the green. I did.
Where did he end up finishing?
27th.
Who? He's in it. He's 2 under, right?
Oh,
Yeah, 2
he-
under.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
but Jared allegedly may have had something like top 5 to finish
Right.
round 1.
No,
And he was
allegedly.
very
I took
well-
Justin Rose today live to win this. So
to win the whole thing.
to win it, yeah.
Well, he's not going to win the whole thing.
I mean, he's
I
won.
hope
a
he
ma-
does for you now, but
Well, he's won a
I
major.
don't.
Not me. I don't have
Has
any
he
money
won?
on him.
Has he won a major?
he has.
He has. How's he done in the Masters?
Always pretty good.
Yeah, he's finished second twice. Top
He
25.
makes the cut every year.
Top 25, 11 of the last
Gotta
14
make the
years.
cut. Max Homa made the cut.
I believe Rory finished.
The cut's tomorrow.
He's gonna make the cut.
He made Max only.
It could blow up.
Yeah, he made.
I
more.
might have just
But
like Zeke
I mean,
Suggs, so
why
bad.
not? With the odds that were there with Justin Rose,
What'd you get with him, if you don't mind me asking?
like plus 1100.
I don't love 11. I need like 30.
16.
I need 30.
I mean,
Rory actually finished even today.
Yeah. Roy
Yeah.
finished even par. Not great.
uh,
Not great.
he ended up both. Oh wow.
Yeah. I told him whenever he was on 16, he was -4, and I was like, there's a good chance he, goes double
He
to
didn't
finish
finish
this
2
thing.
under.
Even.
He'll be in it. He'll be top 5. Roy's gonna be top 5.
Yeah, but he needed to be top 5 after round 1 when he went double to finish his day.
Yeah, I didn't know the second double, man.
That's tough.
Had to water the plants on the front porch.
That's tough.
My front porch, not this front porch. Had yard work to do.
All right, wrestling.
So
Let's go.
WrestleMania,
Yeah.
like talking about WrestleMania. So
Yeah.
like, I think back to my childhood
Right.
in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I never dreamed of going to wrestling, but like when they say WrestleMania,
Mm-hmm.
have you ever been to a major wrestling event?
No.
But it's like one of the largest events in the world.
I know. I want to. Me and Newton have talked about going to WrestleMania multiple times. And the crazy part is his family is like a big time person in this wrestling industry, and so I'm not sure why we haven't been yet, Anthony. I don't know why we haven't been,
Yeah,
but I want to go.
I remember as a kid watching Hogan and all them, and like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then now in my later life, getting Kirk's car, we listen to wrestling talk on XM radio.
Do you?
Yeah,
Busted open.
busted open as he calls it. I don't know what they're talking about, but
Busted open,
I mean, Kirk's
baby.
all in with wrestling, but like,
Wow.
it's one of
As he
the
calls it.
it's one of the largest. I mean, seriously.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
Listening to wrestling on the radio is insane. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes, I'm in.
Talking about.
I know, but still, like, I didn't know that was. I didn't know it was. A
It's
thing.
not like a live match. It's
Sure.
talking about, hey, Martinez
like
facing Edge.
recapping it, like
Yeah.
what we're doing right now.
Let me
Hey,
say
last
the
night.
best event I ever was at. I was young, 13 years old.
I wanna be able to. Oh, okay.
L.E. Webner.
There you go.
You were
Kurt,
there.
Run-
Say, say
Run
it.
the back. Go ahead.
At the
No.
Cleveland Coliseum.
Kurt says back in,
Boxing that from
we're
Dallas,
talking, we're probably going 40 years ago.
75.
1975. Kurt says one of the greatest events
50
he ever went
50
to
years
was
ago.
watching Ali boxing. Webner,
Chuck Webner.
Chuck Webner. Ali knocked him out, I'm sure. But like a boxing
15
event.
rounds.
Well, that
15 rounds.
was one of the things.
That's what that picture is.
No.
No,
I was about to say, holy
That was one of the things that somebody said when I told y'all ESPN Radio had they said a boxing match or a major UFC match in Madison Square Garden
Yeah.
will be their greatest event. So that could be something
Ooh, that's
you
that's
tell
up
them to
there.
think about for the next week. But
I'm
if
going.
you-
I'm going to WrestleMania in New Orleans next year. Actually,
There
I
you
just
go.
I just learned right here on Front Porch.
nice.
City.
I've gone to New Orleans before. I went this like 3
I have
months
too,
ago.
couple times.
Made it in a 1-day trip.
You
Good
did
time.
Do that. You
You did do that in
But,
a one-day
uh,
trip.
That boy's living life, man.
That would be if you could pick one event,
Mm-hmm.
and you could pick the team's opponents, and you get to watch it. One thing, I get to go. I mean, you don't have to do it tonight, but
No.
what would you choose? Like this is the most, like,
What would you do?
oh man,
Can we pick the outcome too?
you don't want the outcome. But,
Jared said, "Can we pick the outcome too?"
Cleveland Browns Super Bowl.
I mean, right now, it's Cavs Lakers, Game 7 in Cleveland. Let's go, Kurt. no, no. I mean,
I know a scalper up there.
He said, "I know a scalper up there."
I really because I'm
You can line
not
up
a
over here.
huge fan of like
Yeah.
teams, but I still think Masters Sunday. I don't care who they are. I mean,
think a
Tiger and
Masters
Jack,
Sunday-
tied at the turn. I'll meet you on 18. Let's see who wins it. But
That would be incredible.
but I don't know.
Oh man, I need a little bit of time.
I think I do
need a
too.
little bit of time. I
Yeah,
need some
we'll
time.
wait till next
One
week.
of them
next
said
week?
Dodgers Yankees Game 7.
I don't have anything. I don't have any care for that one.
Yeah, and that's-
wouldn't do nothing for me.
That's the thing about like a basketball or a baseball series. There's 7 games, so
Right.
like there's not. I mean, there's build up, but it's like
Yeah, I just need a one and done. I'm with you on this.
just one game, like
Just one
national
game,
championship game.
Yeah, national. It'd be either be a national title or Sunday at Augusta
Yes.
with Tiger in the hunt.
Somebody wins it today.
It's today.
It's
Correct.
t-
Yeah,
it's today.
yeah. And not like Game 7 where we've seen 6 games prior.
Not the same 2 teams.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe Columbia Swanee. I mean, let's go.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice.
Or the
Fort
spring,
White,
or,
coming
or,
up soon.
or the spring game, May 17th in the jungle.
What? They were
7
talking
o'clock.
you're on the show. We won't do it right now.
No, you say it. They said beat Columbia, beat C. They already have it on their calendar.
Yeah,
beat,
they were talking so crazy.
beat
There's
CHS.
there was a track meet today at Swanee, and Fort White had a team there, and I won't say what they said, but they had some like outlandish confidence, which is good, man. It's awesome.
They've had a heck of a season. I mean,
they're supposed to be-
basketball,
yeah,
girls basketball, boys,
They're
great
supposed to be
season.
very confident, and they are, man. Whatever they're doing, they really believe Tawahi. So it's awesome. You know, all get settled May 17th, so it'll be fun. In the jungle, 7 p.m. Make sure you're there.
I'll be there.
Their baseball team wants us
I'll
to.
be there. No, they don't. I think that's gonna be it. We good? We good?
I'm good, man. I'm good, brother.
All right, that's going to be it for tonight, Sitters. This has been Joey Edge along with Chris Martinez and Mr. Coach Trey Hosford, and we are Front Porch Sitting. See you next time, Sitters.
Yeah, do it.